Some of the most intuitive, gifted, spiritually aware people I know are exhausted, not because they lack power, but because no one ever taught them how their nervous system actually works. And when intuition operates without regulation, it becomes depletion. Today, we're going to talk about how to build intuition that is sustainable, steady, and strong. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Fiona Waddell, an international psychic, medical intuitive, and energy healer. I've worked across multiple metaphysical systems and healing arts for decades. And what I care about most now is helping people build intuitive skill that is sustainable, grounded, clear, embodied, and powerful. This space is about strengthening your intuitive capacity in a way that your body can hold. And one of the biggest things I see, especially in sensitive, empathic, intuitive people, is that burnout has never been properly understood. So today we're going to understand it because when you understand it, you reclaim your power. Now, there's a subtle belief in spiritual spaces. If you're intuitive, you should be able to handle all energy. If you're a healer, you should constantly self-regulate, be able to take care of yourself in a snap. If your frequency is strong, you feel steady all the time. That belief creates pressure, and frankly, it's bullshit. Intuition and physiology are two different systems. You can be intuitive and dysregulated. You can be gifted and tired. You can be spiritually aware and still have a nervous system that needs support. Intuition is a skill. Regulation is a foundation. And when the foundation is strengthened, the skill becomes sustainable. Highly intuitive people tend to be deep processors, emotionally perceptive, pattern recognizers, highly aware of subtle shifts, and sensitive to tone and environment. It's very common for an intuitive to be in an argument with someone or a debate, let's say, and they can't come up with a comeback because they're processing all the information that's going on, how the person looks, the feelings, the sensations, the environment, the person over there, how they look. It's not until 10 minutes, excuse me, 10 minutes later, they come back with like a massive burn, like, whew. But they need that time. And when they do, oh, it's on the dime, man. And that's advanced perception. But perception requires energy. Many intuitive people developed awareness early in life as a way to navigate complex environments, a nice way of saying trauma. So, what shows up as intuitive brilliance is often layered with a nervous system that learned to scan constantly. Scanning is powerful, yet it's energy intensive. When a system is continuously processing emotional undercurrents, environmental shifts, relational tensions, unspoken information, without regular restoration, fatigue follows. And to that, they end up overgiving, extended caretaking, high responsibility, push past body signals, and you have intuitive capacity operating without any recovery cycles. And this creates exhaustion. The nervous system is an information processor. Its core question is, and I've said this in other videos, is this safe? Every opportunity, conversation, decision, environment is filtered through that one lens. Is this safe? So when intuitive people feel overwhelmed, it's often because activation is mistaken for clarity. Intensity is mistaken for alignment. Service overrides capacity, or commitment overrides restoration. Like, I committed to this event, so I have to go. Or I need to work until 10 o'clock at this event, even though I've done like 15 readings and I feel dead for the last 2 hours, but I'm not allowed to leave. Being intuitive does not automatically mean your system feels safe. Highly perceptive people often have nervous systems that work exceptionally hard. And when a system works hard without recovery, it eventually signals for change. That signal is often labeled burnout. In reality, it's a request for regulation. Sustainable intuition is built through capacity to stay present without over processing, serving without being fully depleted, feeling without absorbing, and leading without overextending. I know for me, even though I had been doing fairs for a long time, you think by the end of like my 50th fair, I had the energy. I didn't. I even with all the restoration I did, it's intense, intense, intense back to back readings and being on all the time. And we're processing all the unspoken stuff all the time. So capacity grows through nervous system regulation. And that includes pausing before responding. So I always say to students, take a 5-minute break, go to the bathroom between readings and just shake it off. Restoring before giving. I do meditations at home before I have clients come into the house. I take care, like I just don't walk from doing the dishes into a reading. Tracking patterns over time, that's a big one, journaling and building consistency instead of intensity. The most powerful intuitives I know are steady. They claim their space. They are grounded. They move with clarity. They're really good with the phrase no. Their system supports their gift. That is the goal. So, mini reset exercise for you. So let's practice it. It's pretty simple. Take a moment and notice your body. Where are your shoulders? What is your jaw doing? Start to close your eyes. How is your breath moving? And are you subtly scanning? Are you picking stuff up? You can place your hands on your heart or out front, but just taking in a slow breath in and out. And let the exhale be a little bit longer than the inhale. Allow your shoulders to drop. Let your tongue rest. Feel your feet grounded and planted into the earth. And notice the settling into your body, embodiment. That settling is regulation. That's where intuitive clarity becomes accessible. Clarity lives in the steadiness, not in the chaos. And even just doing this, running off to the workplace bathroom for a couple of minutes to just breathe and settle in can be a huge reset. So, burnout does not erase intuition. It doesn't go anywhere. It signals that your system has been carrying too much for too long. And those of us who have a trauma background, we can go a long time before we crash. We'll have all these signs. We can go for years at going full steam ahead. When I worked in the fitness industry, I worked at a company that I genuinely loved the vision for 10 years, but I should have left after year 7. But I plugged through for the last 3 and ended up in the hospital. So, well, sometimes we focus on being strong for the wrong things. So, it signals that your system has been carrying too much for too long. And the next level of intuitive development is stability. When stability increases, intuition becomes clear, consistent, and trustworthy. You don't need more activations. You need more support for your system. And when the system feels safe and you can be heart-led, not brain-led, intuition expands naturally. If this resonated with you today, this content, this is exactly the kind of work we practice in the Intuition Circle. We build intuitive capacity through regulation, repetition, and grounded skill. Students come in the circle, they practice, they get feedback from each other and myself. When your nervous system is steady, your intuition becomes usable in real life. And that's my goal, is teaching people how to heal their nervous system, work with their nervous system, work with their intuition, then go after their goals in the muggle world. That is our medicine. If you're ready to strengthen your intuitive foundation, you'll find the link below to join. I'd love for you to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs steadiness in their life, because spiritual maturity is embodied power, and embodied power is sustainable. Take care.